Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda. We're going to talk about another SPSFC book, self-published sci-fi competition. And this one is one of the ones that made it into our semifinalist list. So we started out with 30 books. Our team read parts of those to get those down to our top 6 to 7. Then we fully read those books and got to our top 3 and passed those along. Then the other teams who did the same thing passed their 3 books along, and we got 2 teams' books. So now we have 6 books that we're reading through, and The Clarity of Cold Steel is one of those. I do not have my physical copy here. I actually let a friend borrow it. She liked some of the buzzwords about it, and I was like, okay, so you give it a try. And I totally forgot that I kind of needed it to film. But anyway, I'll just pop a picture up. I don't actually have to have it in my hand, I guess. So I'm going to read to you guys the synopsis. Mortis Locke, or Mortis Locke, I'm not sure how you say that. The Machine City, last bastion of mankind in all its fallen glory, where the sum total of life is cheaper than in part. A poor kid, wrung from the city's dregs, has been abducted. His family's lost all hope. Enter Detective Singh, gumshoe legend in his own mind, and maybe, just maybe, a few others. He's the bloodhound loosed on the kid's trail, and it's clear from the get-go that someone wants this hound put down, and they ain't shy about it. Killers keep coming, and the clock keeps ticking. Can Detective Singh navigate the labyrinth of Mortis Locke's criminal underworld? Can he follow the trail? Can he dodge death in its pantheon of incarnations to finally find the missing kid? And if he does find him, will he wish he hadn't? Join Detective Singh in this lightning-paced steampunk thriller sure to set your blood to boil. Now you can see the cover of the copy that I had. I think it's a very cool cover. It definitely screams this is steampunk in some kind of way. The previous cover looks like this. This is what came up when I searched for it at Goodreads the first time, and I was like, is this the same book? Like, those covers are so very, very different. Anyway, I really like the second cover, the one that I had on my book, the most. This book is relatively short. It's less than 300 pages. It does move really quickly. However, I just had some problems following sometimes. This world is kind of structured or built around organ donations, and not necessarily donations in that kind of way, like organ trade, I guess I should say. And you can even rent an organ for a certain period of time in which they will then come back and take it out of you. So I don't know. That whole concept was just weird for me to wrap my head around. I thought that this was a really good idea. And I don't know that it was well executed. I felt like there were some issues with the main character and the things that he knew and didn't know and that kind of stuff. And just about the world that he was in, you would think that just from being alive in the world, he would know certain things that he didn't seem to know. The villain was not a good full villain. It was kind of like, this is here to make this thing happen, and this is the bad guys, and these are the bad guys, and whatever. I did like the ending. I thought that kind of ambiguous nature of it was actually kind of cool, but it didn't give me the payoff that I was really wanting either. Anyway, this was not something that I've ever read before, and the humor in it also was not really something that I enjoyed. You heard when I was reading the synopsis, some of those little like absurd things that are in there, and that's kind of how it is in the book. When you're reading, it would be like a serious thing, and then all of a sudden there would be something that was supposed to be funny added onto it, or like a really lengthy description that had what was supposed to be like all these funny adjectives in there or whatever, and it just lost me. I would just be like, can you just tell me what it looks like? I don't need to be funny. And I do like humor in my books, but maybe this was just not my kind. I have discovered that about so many of these books, is that they're funny, but they're not my kind of funny. I don't know how to describe it. But anyway, that is The Clarity of Cold Steel. I will link everything down below. I've got the Goodreads link down there, and I will link the Amazon page where I got my copy from. And I will just see you guys in my next video. Bye.